the best.
Ooh.
And I got Power Blocks.
Wait a minute.
They're
Wait a minute.
the best.
Hold on.
I love
hold
my
on.
Power
Let's be
Blocks.
honest here. So now what you've just declared is, of all things in life, the best is lifting weights.
I didn't say that.
You said it. You said the best.
It is the
That's
best.
so. I
As,
think
as far as working out, it's fun.
it's so tight.
I love it.
Yeah,
And then you
lifting
get
weights
that
is
muscle definition.
so tight.
Ooh,
Yeah, lifting weights.
Girl.
You should try it. Oh, my boys lift weights. You want to go lift with them?
No.
You should do that. Go lift with my boys.
I don't want to.
Jonah. Oh my
Oh,
God. You see
that-
how diesel Jonah is? He should teach you. He
didn't
could
he
train
do like
you.
a flip on like a video?
Yeah.
He's not
Oh,
training
sorry.
you if you got problems throwing fabric.
Anyways. So yeah, our mug, if you love our mug, you've seen our mug, they make it look awesome. So think about your ministries, your businesses, your I know I did a family reunion years ago, and t-shirts are important. They can take care of that for you. Click on the banner. They sponsor us, so you help them, help us. It would be very awesome. I'm sure Mike is here. I'll guess who's here. Deborah's here.
Yes.
Donella is usually late. She's not here. Hold on. Dr. Jones is usually late. She's busy. She's not here. Look at that. See? I'm so right. Woo! I missed Pamela. Good morning, Pamela.
Pamela.
Hola. ¿Cómo está, Pamela? I like that. Can that just be my name for you, Pamela? I told you my daughter does that. What is wrong with this girl? The 7-year-old. My son has a friend. He's like my son, Campbell. And so she always calls him, what is it? I forgot what she calls him. Campbell, like whatever. She calls him Campbell. So this other friend comes one day, and he was like, she said, what's your name? He goes, Sam. And then she goes, can I just call you Campbell?
Is that Nia did
And
that?
yes,
Nia's got a thing with names.
that's what it is.
She like doesn't want to learn names because she used to refer to my youngest son as, oh, that boy with no shirt. He's so great.
And
And
then I
she
have
said
a
that.
different name too.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Can
So
I
she-
just call you Campbell?
Can I call you Campbell? Len turned around and was like, no, you can't. You call him Sam. She's 7.
She's so
like
cute.
a
She's
mess.
like the cutest thing
Can
in the
you
whole
imagine?
world.
Can I just call you Campbell? And
She
calls-
just says stuff like that. She just says whatever. She walked up to me. Hi, can I have more cookies now? I'm like, I'm the cutest thing you've ever seen, so just try to say no to me.
Oh my goodness. What is it? She calls Kelly Kelledy.
Yeah.
And then there was something else
Why?
that she did.
I don't know.
And we keep saying, I miss Kelledy. Is Kelledy coming back? It's not Kelledy. Yeah,
Well,
she
the thing is, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
like I'm
she-
Kelledy now. It's fine.
Can I call you Campbell? I will never forget that.
You know what I would call Campbell if he was my friend?
What?
What up, Soup? I call him Soup.
That's wow. We never thought of that. That's
How do you not think of
messed
that?
up. That is so messed up.
It's like my wife's maiden name is Leach, and I was like, man, when you were a kid, I bet you heard a lot of jokes about that. Like, what's up, fish bait? You know, or hey, blood sucking animal. You know, like I mean, like wouldn't someone do that?
Yeah.
She was like, no, it never happened.
Oh my gosh.
Is
only
it just
you would-
me that does this
Yeah.
stuff?
What's up,
No.
Soup?
What's up,
Campbell? That's so
I mean,
wrong.
I would probably gift them Campbell's soup.
Or be
That's
like,
probably
whoa,
what-
man, Campbell, you got a lot of soup.
Soup.
What you got all that soup for?
I was like, what's your favorite? You
Miss
know?
Yvonne Pointer's on. You want to say hi? Pamela. But I got it wrong because you always say hola, and I have this thing of making any name a Spanish name, even though it's not Spanish. I was like, ooh, it's Pamela. That's what it is.
There's something going on in here. I look like I haven't been outside for a year.
Wow, you look very white.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
Very
I'm gonna
white.
turn on one
Do you
more
get
light.
darker in the summer?
Of course I do.
Not everybody does. Like I got really dark
Maybe
and
that
some
will
kids that
help.
kind of. But we black, so
Maybe.
do all white.
You're good, we get it.
We got really close with a couple, an African American couple in Chicago, and in that part of the country, A lot of people can live their entire lives really in a monocultural situation.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't
yeah.
really interact with many other cultures. I mean,
Yeah.
the south side of Chicago is a huge geographic area. You could live and
Yeah.
work there and not. And so Sarah just like, it was the middle of winter. She like went like this. No, it was the summertime.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
like lifted her shirt and compared her arm, and the woman was like, ah!
My extremities will get darker.
And he would have.
If you're fair skinned, complexion, it's just not safe to get tan.
And that was
'Cause you
actually
burn.
me because I burned so bad that I had like almost like second-degree burns
Ooh.
because I peeled so much.
You know
It
what's
was
crazy?
horrible.
This is
You got to refresh
wild.
this, by the way, because it's like frozen or whatever. I don't know what's going on.
Look, I look crazy.
I look like I haven't been outside, but Sarah's right. Like I have it. That's the problem.
So I got some kids that get super dark in the summertime. Look at my face. Oh my goodness. Look, I look
Sarah
like one
said
of the
we're-
Wayans brothers. I look like Marlon. Marlon makes faces.
We're cutting out a lot, Sarah says.
Oh, it looks like it's going now though. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like we're going now.
So I have some kids that get super dark, like Isaiah and Raina get very dark in the summertime. Len gets dark. We went to DR and Len and my mom and Raina were like second degree burnt. Like it was, you couldn't touch them. And I was like,
Yeah.
I've been around black people, but I haven't gone to Punta Cana. So it's going to sound messed up, but I don't get burnt. So I'm like, y'all are a bunch of black people in DR talking about you're burnt. What does that look like? Like, that's just so weird.
Well,
Like,
it's true. though.
burnt?
You got. I mean, if you're.
I thought it was like, white people that get burnt. That's so weird.
Well, can anyone get skin cancer? It's not.
I
dependent
told you,
upon-
we checked that. Remember?
Yeah,
Skin
right.
cancer in DR is like and they're under. I got, like, their skin looks like rubber. Some people, like my aunt's under the sun a lot. They
Wait,
don't
we got-
use.
No audio now.
Oh no.
Oh, mine is cutting in and out too. Freezing. Is it just my computer? When did you last go to DR? Oh, come on, guys.
Oh no.
I'm asking Sarah if it's any better too. It's hard to tell in real time. That sucks.
And they don't use sunscreen in DR at all. It's not a thing. Do you see what I'm saying?
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, with Sarah, it's cute. Like she has freckles, and in the summer they're more defined.
Oh, that's
And,
cute.
and Grace has it too, where when Grace gets a little tan,
Yeah.
her freckles are much more visible, and it's really cute.
Oh, that is cute.
But
Do you have okay, Heather can hear you. So I guess the topic is sun. Oh
Sarah
yeah,
says
because
it's okay now, but it was mostly out.
you're very white. Kathy says Bob Marley died of melanoma. Like, I know they can get it, but Brian and I looked at the statistics, and it's just like, considering how obsessed we are here about sunscreen, when you look at over there, I've always wondered, like, yo, they don't, like my family goes to the beach and they don't talk about sunscreen.
Well, I mean,
They just go, and it's not a thing. You don't hear about skin cancer.
I generally burn once and then tan pretty easily.
What does that mean?
Like-
Burn once.
If I go outside in the sun for the first time, like in the year, like I'm some sort of mole,
Oh.
I will get burned if I'm not careful.
Dang.
But once I burn, I just tan. I
Yeah,
get a lot darker. It's a lot harder for Sarah and some of my other kids to tan. Like Sophia has the same skin tone I do, and she tans pretty easily.
Oh, that's
I'm
cute.
gets
on
real
the
dark.
opposite. I just keep burning.
Aw.
So I just give up.
Callie says, I wanted to jump on here and say the 2 Hinkley Hill sledding accidents you mentioned this morning on the news. The 17-year-old girl is my fiance's youngest sister. She needs a lot of prayer right now. We're really close family, and this is hard for a lot of us.
Oh, I'm
We
so
don't
sorry
know
to
what
hear
the
that.
future holds, but we know God has a plan. Oh, wow.
Oh,
so
Callie, that's
sorry.
terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. Huh.
Aw. Charles says Bob Marley's father is also Caucasian. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you know? You don't know anything about that.
No, because somebody said, well, he's black. Now, black people's different. I'm talking about in the Caribbean. You know, it's just interesting that I'm like, you would think they'd get skin cancer left and right. There's all kinds of sun over there. Like, it's pretty intense. And that's, you know. But anyways, so yes, you do look very white right now. The sun's out. Yeah, you should. Sarah, send them outside and do the lawn mowing or something.
See,
Something.
one of the funnier things for us living on the South Side and a different cultural experience was Sarah got a membership at Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
And one of the cool things about Planet Fitness is that part of your membership gets you tanning. Like they have tanning booths.
Wow.
But the one on the South Side of Chicago,
It's like, what? Tanning what?
she'd be like, yeah, are you gonna, do you have tanning beds? They're like, yeah, I mean, we're gonna get them eventually, but you know.
It's
Like we were gonna go on a trip, and if you're gonna go, like for example, you live in Illinois or Minnesota or Ohio, and you look like me, and you're gonna go on a trip in the Caribbean in the middle of the winter, you got to prepare.
and tanning is one of them?
One of the ways to prepare is to slowly tan so that you don't burn.
What? I
And
had
so
no
we were going on a
clue.
trip, and she was gonna tan before we went. She was driving for miles to find a tanning place because nobody was tanning on the
Hello.
South Side.
Oh my
But you go to like a white area, and there's tanning places
All over the
everywhere.
Wow, that is interesting.
You should go into a tanning place and see what they say if you ask to go in and tan.
I should. You dare me? I'll do that.
Give me an hour.
I'm gonna have Bebe do it. Big black guy talking about, well, you got a tanning beds. And then you know him, he'll probably be like, yeah, watch. Angie says, good morning. Hey, what's up, Angie? Can you look at YouTube for me? Because the computer's acting funny. Jennifer says, my dad was from Alabama. 1 year coming back, he noticed he had burned and had no clue how he is, as a black man from the South, could burn. Yeah, that's kind of funny. And it happens. Len gets burned. That's so whack. Like, he had to think about going to the beach in DR. And I'm like, what the heck? That's
What
just
kind of black man are you?
Exactly.
Is that what you said?
What is wrong with you? I laughed. I couldn't, like, what is it? Respect or acknowledge their burn? Because I'm like, y'all, that's stupid. Oh, don't touch me. And they,
Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
Yo, that is crazy.
Fabric on your skin hurts. You've never been burned, have you?
Never in my life.
Oh, like you get in the shower and the water hurts. The
Yo.
rolling over hurts. But if it's real bad, it's dangerous. It's really, really dangerous. You can just get burned.
Wow.
It's hard being white.
It is. It's hard being white, yeah. Wow. I don't know how you do it.
You know, one of the things we said, that same couple in Chicago, it was funny. Like, I'd never heard of a white party. You ever heard of a white party?
Oh, well, yes. But from my black friends, they dress as white. Like, they dress
Right. I'd been like, they're like, yeah, we're going to have a white party and da-da-da-da. And I
Yeah.
was like,
white. White. Oh, my God.
I go, so can I just like take off my shirt and come? Can I just go shirtless? And they died laughing. I had never heard of a white party.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, every day is a white party.
Yeah. Can you tell them the story about the resume? Oh, my gosh. The resume.
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
Oh, my God.
Sarah and I were so ignorant about some of the black culture stuff, so we were...
And you got to say the first lady thing, too. That's funny. Go ahead.
So we were Sarah was at a park south side of Chicago. We were the only white family for miles. There was a couple other moms there with their kids. They're just chit-chatting. And one of them was like, you know, what are your girls' names? To another lady there. And she said, oh, my daughters are, you know, Angela and Jennifer. This lady goes, ooh, you got some resume names. And Sarah was kind of like, and so she got home and we asked our neighbor Regina across the street to come over, and we're like, what's this resume name thing? And she was like, bah! She starts laughing, and she explained to us the idea of a resume name. It's you got a white sounding name because it'll help your kids get a job. It's such a
Isn't
sad
that
reality.
messed up?
Because Jamal will not get a call back as often as
Yeah.
Jeremy will.
There was a guy, and I don't know what study it was, but his name was like Jose Reyes. And then he sent out resumes and then did John Smith or John
Yeah.
whatever. And so messed up. Now, my resume always had Reyes on there. And I was smashing it at Case Western. I was getting all the internships. So, and it said Reyes. So it could play in your favor, too.
Well,
I'm kind of mad I didn't keep my name. My sister kept her name. Like, I should have.
Len would be offended by that. I know Len. What you got a problem with Neville's?
Why you gotta look like that?
I know.
Well, you don't like my name? Did you marry me, woman?
Oh gosh, but what are we gonna say?
Because he would do that.
He would.
He would.
He would.
So you want me to tell the other one? So picture
Yes, this is funny. Watch this.
Sarah and I are sitting in church on the south side of Chicago in our African American church, and we're like, well, this is great, And we just knew the idea, and we didn't know all the cultural idiosyncrasies, and so at some point we heard somebody go, "Oh, look, there's the first lady. She's here. The first lady's coming today." And I was like, "We never saw her." This was back during the Obama presidency. I was like, "Well, Michelle Obama's here."
Oh my goodness! Sit up.
She's like, "Really?" I go, "Someone just said the first lady's here."
Oh my god.
I didn't. This was pretty important. Now keep in mind that the Obama's church was only about a mile away.
Right.
So it wasn't
Makes
that
sense.
weird.
Right.
And pretty soon, I embarrassingly discovered that that's just what you call the pastor's wife.
Did you ask somebody?
I'm sure we did. We didn't know. I don't remember how we figured it out. If Sarah's still watching, maybe she knows. But
Miss Anita says the more melanin, the less likely you'll burn. The less melanin, the more likely you'll burn. So I guess I'm darker than Lynn. Heather says my husband and I considered the resume name thing when we had kids. Yes, ma'am. We got to consider that.
Angie had never heard the resume name thing. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Because
that is interesting.
I have noticed some even here's how weird life works, where there's cultural subgroups. There and this should not be surprising, but African American culture in the South Side of Chicago is very distinct. It's not the same as African American culture in Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, I've noticed it with African Americans here compared to the East Coast. Very different, and the relationship between Latinos and African Americans in the East Coast is not the same.
And why would it be, right? If we
Right.
truly believe in the uniqueness of people and regions and
Yeah.
cultures, that shouldn't be entirely surprising.
Yeah, I love me some black people in Ohio.
Woo.
But everywhere. I'm just saying. I love the community here. My introduction mostly was Oberlin College, the African Heritage House. It was awesome. Charles says my wife's name is what? How do you pronounce it?
I think it's Taiwanika.
And she has her master's from Case. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
She's not messing around, Chuck.
Man, she gets so many funny looks when people get to know her and want to hire her. They are like, can we call you just Ty? Like, can we call you Ty? She said no. Get to know all 10 of them letters. That is the name my mother gave me. That's right. That's tight right there.
Can we call you Ty? No.
Angie says, I got a resume name. Wow. What? Oh my goodness.
You do. You have a resume name, Angie.
Mike says a bad sunburn is a constant intense pain. Same with sunburning your eyes? Oh, well.
Yeah, I close my eyes looking at the sun, but yeah, it's true.
Thank you, Charles. I'm the same way. He says he gets darker but has never been burnt. Yeah, me either. That is so whack.
I remember being surprised to find out that African Americans get darker in the sun. Like, I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Isaiah gets dark. Raina is like, she swears she's black, but she's like yellow. She's like a little golden. And so when she kind of tans. So it's not like dark. It's a really nice tan, but they do get. But it's interesting to see how some African Americans get darker than others. Some people just stay.
Did you see what Charles said? I said his wife's name perfectly.
Taiwanika, but you said it first.
Because you didn't know how to say it. I had a ton of African American students, and I figured out some of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
So.
Rachel says, I guess I gotta go further north, cause Orville. I'm just saying. What do you mean? What does she mean? Charles says perfect. Are we still cutting off? It looks like we're cutting off, so we could just stop here.
I see it still going.
Oh, we're good?
Yeah, but I also know
Charles is preparing to go to the Caribbean.
Ooh.
You better go tanning, Charles.
Yeah, go to DR if you want to have fun. That's where I'm going this year. Someday this year.
You should wear like a I'm from Compton t-shirt when you go to...
You should. They won't know. They won't know.
My wife's name is Taiwanika, not Ty.
Ty is cute, though. I like that.
No.
No, she wants Taiwanika. I'm saying that's a cute nickname.
You don't like when people make up nicknames for you.
They
Hey,
do.
Nellie.
They do. Johnny is my nickname.
Hi, Nellie. You like that?
Nelly. Oh.
You like that?
Heather says, my husband's uncle gets almost like a purple in the sun when he goes home to visit DR. Oh, DR. But yes, I have uncles. Oh my goodness. They took pictures. And my husband was like, wow, you only see eyes and teeth in this picture. It was like they were really.
Am I allowed
that's a
to
good.
laugh at that?
No, skin. But they're dark, but they're also under the sun all the time.
Yeah,
So
really
I
dark,
get the
yeah.
whole, when she said purple, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Have you, like Len says, since we talking getting real, Len goes, man, he's blarple. Like blurple. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh.
That's not a bad thing. Like we were laughing at you looking all white and pale.
I have never heard that before. Len
You've
said
never
it.
heard blurple?
Well, no. I mean, I've heard it from you, from Len.
Yeah.
But I hadn't heard that before.
Kathy says it's stressful if you honestly can't pronounce someone's name and you feel like everyone else thinks it's obvious. Yeah, it is. And I'm imagining as
yeah.
a teacher, it must
Oh,
feel.
doing attendance the first day of class is just horrible.
Do you feel bad asking a kid, how do you pronounce your name? Or is that okay? Like,
I would try to make it my problem, not
Yeah.
theirs. But
Oh,
I'd have
okay.
students from Southeast Asia that really their names were majority consonants, and so I just was not able to form the syllables.
mm-hmm.
I can't explain it. I just couldn't do it. And so I'd be like, and then, Mr. Win, it's an Nguin is Win.
Oh, yeah,
And I'd be like, I'm sorry. I'm far too white to pronounce this. Could you help me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Angie, thank you for helping me. She goes, wow, Janelle, I say the same thing. I thought I was the only one. I thought I was going to get somebody upset. But, Len, we all black. So he just like, wow, he's dark. Charles says Ty is his daughter's middle name. That's such a pretty name. I like that name. And then he also said, I'm not preparing to go to the Caribbean. I was saying how white people prepare. I thought it was funny. And then earlier...
You didn't know about that, Charles?
No.
Oh, we prepare.
And then look at this.
Oh,
He goes,
true.
this is funny. He goes, wow. He says something about, wow, white people problems I had no idea about. That's what he
It's hard being white,
Look at
Charles.
this. Look at this. Things only white people go through. I would have never known. I have never heard of this before.
What?
About how you guys got to prepare.
Yeah, like it's either you better lather up in like SPF 5000 or you got to go tanning to train your body to be in the sunshine.
So you can't, let's say you go to DR. You're in Punta Cana. You can't just, let's go to the beach and just sit there and be like 5-6 hours and just chill.
No.
Without sunscreen?
Absolutely
No.
not. No.
If you forget it, you got to go somewhere.
You could go in Florida in the sun in cold weather and lay there and get burned.
Yes.
Dang.
By the way,
Yes.
Sarah's telling me that my Sophia, when she gets really tan, there's almost a purple tint to it. So there must be something about that. I don't know. I had one time, Sarah and I went on a cruise for our 10-year anniversary, and sunscreen is a must. Like
Yeah.
you can't go outside in the Caribbean without sunscreen if you look like me. But it was when the aerosol one was new. I always used to be like and you have to like wipe it all over, and the stuff stinks. It feels nasty. But they had the.
Yeah.
Do you know? I don't know if you know. Do you have to worry about that? Sunscreen?
No, because people say I
sprayed
should put
sunscreen.
sunscreen on my kids, and I'm not. So I've used it before, and then I just gave up.
Or what we do to try to look tan is use like the fake spray tan.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, Sarah's
Yeah.
But
got
you're
that.
talking about the
Where you actually
spray.
buy a lotion that has a tint to it
Yes.
For what?
To make you darker.
to make you darker. Because black's beautiful.
Yeah! Let's keep
But no,
it real.
So I
Yeah.
took the sunscreen. I was like, oh, aerosol, awesome. I have to do all this wiping around. So I just went, and I ended up with, I was like white here and burned all around me. I had a white stripe down my arm. I had a white stripe.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Charles says, you trying to kill the white people, Janelle? 5 hours in the sun with no sunscreen?
Yo, what are you trying to do?
I know.
Yo, that's stressful. Like when I go to the pool,
You're trying to get white people.
so like Cedar
You're trying to
Point-
hurt us. White people, don't listen to her. You can't just go lay in the sun.
Messed
No.
up. Even like Rachel saying that's messed up. So like if you go to Cedar Point, you can't just hang and forget about the world. That is,
No.
I'll take our problems all day long. Be like, I want to be outside. It's like, you guys have problems.
I don't know. I mean, putting on sunscreen or maybe getting shot and killed. I feel like sunscreen's not that bad.
No.
Yo, that's a lot. Oh my gosh. So what were y'all doing in the 1800s?
Well, okay, here's something
Oh,
for you.
sending other people outside.
So during World War II, but in all seriousness, during World War II, my grandparents lived in Florida, and my grandma spent a ton of time on the beach. She was almost compelled to use the colored bathroom because she got so dark in the Florida sun.
What the
Yeah.
heck? So she wouldn't get jumped or kicked or something.
She's like, no, I'm
What?
lying, I swear.
Oh my God. There's actually a story on Megyn Kelly's show that never went anywhere It's a white woman. She's very white, but she said her mother was black. What was it? Her mother was black, and she didn't know because she was really light-skinned black and would kind of put makeup on. That story just reminded me of that. And she was like, I grew up thinking my mother was white, and she did a DNA and found out her mother was actually black. But it's just talking about like the wide span of colors. But wow, she was gonna use the colored bathroom. Charles says, putting black people in the sun. That is what they were doing exactly, Charles. I didn't know why I asked.
There's an old movie series, which I do not recommend or endorse at all. Don't ask me about it, but Police Academy series in the 80s.
Yeah,
There's a funny scene where, like, the sergeant nobody likes is laying in the sun, a white dude, and he falls asleep, and somebody takes sunscreen, and they just write the word dork on his chest.
Yes.
What?
And it slowly dissolves, but then he wakes up, and he's got the word burned, dork, on his chest.
Oh my God.
Because that's how much because it's white there and everything else burned
Yeah.
around. You can literally do that.
Wow, that is wild.
You should do it to Len. He's fair-skinned enough.
Yeah, he
where
is
you
fair-skinned
could
enough.
Just lay in your stomach for a minute and put some sunscreen on your back.
Yeah.
Len!
Oh, kick me.
Everybody's like, hey, Len!
But that's the worst thing too, is when you try to cover everything and there's like one spot that
Rachel,
you miss.
they're reacting to the whole. Charles is like, I can't believe you asked that Janelle about the white people sending black people outside, and then Rachel's like, I'm hollering. What y'all doing?
We sent the black people outside. We did. We can't go out there. We're going to get burned.
Okay, listen, this is going to be.
No, they wore big hats and stuff, too.
That's what I thought, yeah, because y'all wanted to go outside. This is going to be totally out of pocket. But, what's his name? Dave Chappelle, somebody was telling me about his routine, which I haven't watched because I don't watch him. But he was talking about, or maybe it was like a little clip. He said he wanted to be a slave owner of white people. Did you hear that?
No.
And then he was talking about like, I'm not going to make y'all go outside, because talking about sunburn and about y'all being outside. Oh my gosh. Woo. I guess you didn't hear it.
Like I said, it's hard being white, you know.
It is. That's messed up. No, seriously. I'm sorry that you guys
You feel
have
a
to
little
go through it.
sympathy?
I do. Because like,
When we go to the beach, you got to put lotion on.
No, it's true.
I take for granted that I could just go outside and not think, and I will stay outside for 10 hours. You don't get to do that. That's so
Well,
messed
it's
up.
with babies, too.
And I have to set an alarm to remind myself to
To
reapply.
reapply, yeah.
The- You haven't asked yourself for centuries what people did.
I haven't been around that long.
But think about it. Like, we just got sunscreen. That doesn't make sense.
They covered up. They would. I think that was both fashion and
Oh.
necessity to have like big covers because you couldn't
Okay.
get burned. But you know, it's difficult being white. Okay, so you got a baby. You better put sunscreen on your baby if it's outside because babies actually can get seriously burned if they're out in the sun too much. That's why people are always covering them up all the time. It's because I've seen it where they get terribly burned. I mean, you could be charged with neglect if you don't put enough sunscreen on and they get burned. Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I feel bad. So if we go out to Cedar Point or the beach, I'm gonna be looking out for y'all.
Aww.
That's a struggle.
I'll go
Wow.
with you.
It's
It'll be
messed
fun.
up.
We'll do it.
Heather says all it takes is 15, 30 minutes for white people to burn Janelle. Oh, I don't burn. I am awesome. I was in Punta Cana looking at Len struggling. I was like, okay.
So the definition of being awesome is not burning in the
Awesome. I
sun?
could be outside all day.
That's amazing.
Angie says, oh, poor baby.
Yeah, for little white babies, you got to be careful. They can get seriously burned.
Yeah, they can.
See, all jokes aside, there's a family that just came on the news, a black family that adopted a white boy with blue eyes. Those are the kind of, I would straight up burn that kid the first month. No, I'm saying I wouldn't know. I would be like at Cedar Point, like, ah! So, like, it's, you know, or you could be like, I could be taking care of your son and taking him to Cedar Point,
Right.
a 3-year-old son.
And not know.
And not know.
And that's the same thing with cross-cultural adoption, where if a white family adopts a black child, they don't know how to do the daughter's hair properly.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, that's crazy. Y'all look up the poem for Black History and you call me colored. Have you read that poem?
No, I got to look that up.
Yeah. Charles says, Janelle, you need help. Serious help. I don't. I could go outside with no sunscreen, so I'm good.
Oh, girl, that's so nice.
It's like awesome.
That's so nice.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's
Like,
messed up.
we should have a white party and just see what happens. do a big spot on the radio. Brian and Janelle are throwing a white party. People will be like, what kind of party are you throwing?
I know.
I'm black. Can I come?
Oh my god.
No, it's not that kind of party.
Well, we learned something. It was nice having y'all here.
What'd you learn?
I learned that my white brothers and sisters have a struggle. And that I'm gonna be the one, like, oh my gosh. If I go anywhere with people, I'm like, you got your sunscreen? You good? I'll make sure.
Hey, watch out. If one of your fair-skinned children marries a white person,
No, it's true.
you get to lather up your grandbabies in some sunscreen.
Dang, that is surreal. Like my son has a girlfriend for more than 2 years now. Dude.
I know. You could
So
end
that's
up like
not
with the
funny
grandkids
anymore.
going, I don't want to go to Grammy Janelle's house. She never put sunscreen on me.
Oh my gosh.
I get burned.
And let him complain, talking about, I don't, boy, come over here. Let's go. What? Yo, that just hit home. Like, that could be, that's weird. I'll be like, well, that's dumb. We gotta go, I
And
gotta
then
bring
you have to
sunscreen.
spend money on sunscreen. You're like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right, bye, guys. Everybody has to be thinking we got problems. But Charles
They
says,
knew that.
Charles says only I do. He says,